Hey class, today I'm with my good friend Mark Cafiero from Colorado. I met him a few years ago at my Be Experience workshop in New York City, and I was just so impressed by the way that he just kind of took the information and ran, and in a very short time has built one of the most recognizable brands in the business, and he's just, again, just doing a great job, and I just wanted to introduce him. So say hi, Mark.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks
Yeah,
for
for sure.
having me. It's fun.
For sure, dude. First question I want to tell you about. I want to ask you about what is the whole deal with the six peeps in your blog?
Well, if you're asking about the name Six Peeps, it comes back from, it's kind of a tribute to six people in my life who I used to share my work with in the very beginning. When I was just getting started as a professional wedding photographer, I didn't really have a good way, like the blog, to share my photos with my friends and family. So after every wedding, I just shoot off an email to six people: my dad, my mom, my two sisters, and a cousin, and an uncle, and all that kind of stuff. And I'd shoot them an email with all these attachments, photos from the wedding, and I always kind of started the subject line was a little email for my six peeps, or I got some photos for my six peeps, or whatever. And then when it was time to start a blog, I just didn't really know what to name it, and it just kind of fit perfectly. I thought
That's
made
awesome.
for a nice little tribute to them.
Totally. That's so cool. Family's so important. I think that's one of the other things. Not only you're a great photographer and a great businessman, you got some good stuff going on, but I love your blog because you share your life and you're just out there. And I love the fact that you're not even politically correct and you just say it. And I think it's so
Right.
genuine. And I think brides are probably respond to that pretty well. How's that been going for you?
Yeah, they respond to it great. They really feel like they've got a sense of who I am as a person. They don't feel like I'm putting on a front or anything like that, or just trying to be someone who I'm not. They know that this is the genuine Mark Cafiero when they go to the blog. And there's kind of some debate right now about whether or not you should be putting your personal stuff on a blog, or whether or not you should or not. And personally, I think it's definitely a great idea, not just for your brides, but I've got my friends and family who obviously check out the blog, but at the same time, it's good to keep it kind of like general interest. I always put photos of weddings every time I shoot a wedding, or any kind of photography session that I do. I put it on the blog. But I want to keep everyone else engaged, because you never know who's going to get proposed to. You never know, someone's friend might get proposed to, and I want to be the first name. I don't think I think that I'll stand a better chance of staying on their list of daily blog reads if I keep it general interest, at least part of the time.
For sure. I feel the same way. I get people all the time saying, "Oh, Becker, your blog's so unprofessional. You put all that random personable stuff." And I'm like, the blog's about my life. And part of my life is I'm a wedding photographer. And of course, I like to share my work. And, it's very searchable and we get people finding us that way. But I think the whole, hey, here I am as a person, like our whole philosophy, I like to show up at a wedding as if I was an old friend with a fancy camera and just kind of keep it comfortable and kick back. And so, it's been
Yeah.
going pretty well. So, right on. What
Yeah, your
else?
blog is like yours is the was the inspiration to mine. I didn't even want to start a blog at the time. I just thought it was silly,
Yeah.
but I love looking at yours, and definitely one of the best out there,
Right
no
on. Well,
doubt.
thanks, dude. Thanks you. What else you got going on? You are someone again who I admire just because not only good at business and stuff, but you also seem to always embrace life. I mean, I always appreciate you encouraging me about like my weight and stuff, and then but you just like you seem to always make time for family and kind of that whole Tim Ferriss 4 hour work week kind of stuff. And you told me you got some trips coming up, and tell me more about what you're doing with that.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of like what it's all about, and that's the way I've always been. I've it started kind of in college. I got a job as a whitewater raft guide, and I left college during the summertime. I lived in a two-man tent with a dog, and I was guiding river trips all day long, every day. And I've always been kind of, I've been in Colorado my whole life. I've been pretty outdoorsy. And then even after I started working as a photographer professionally, I was still going out to the mountains during the wintertime, working with the ski patrol, and family, like you said, is very important to me. And I just really, try to live my life as, you know, could be your last day here on Earth. So we got to make the best of it and make lots of good, fun, exciting plans, travel, see this world. And I think it's actually our duty, actually, as human beings, is to really, take life as a gift and go out there and live it. So that's kind of been, you mentioned Tim Ferriss. His book was a huge inspiration for me too, because it made me realize that I was working way too much, and I need to kind of balance my life a little bit more and actually live more, because there's no sense in working like a madman right now in your best years of your life when you're young and you're able to do this stuff, only to retire when you're old and you can't even go out and, the best that you can do is a round of golf. So.
Yeah, right on, dude. Okay, well, hey, I really appreciate your time, and thanks for checking in, and I want everybody to check out sixpeeps.com. He updates it quite frequently, and this is just some guy that you should be watching. So thanks again, Mark, and we'll check you later, bro.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll see ya.
All right. Take care.